Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing the new Disney Pixar's um, Soul movie. So this movie was released on the Disney Plus app, and it was really good. I gotta say, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. um, it's about wait, let's do non-spoilers first. Let's do non-spoilers first. So, without spoiling this movie, all I gotta say is that it was really good. The animation was on par with every other Pixar animation. So very good animation. The voice acting was very good. I really enjoyed the voice acting. I really enjoyed the characters that they were portraying. Characters were really good. Obviously, I just said that with the voice acting as well. So characters were really good. Um, the story, the plot, I really enjoyed it. Although at the end, I kind of feel like they copped out there, but it's still really good at the end. Still, it's emotional. It's emotional at the end there, but it's really good plot. Um, anything else about it that's really good? Uh, just in general, it's just really good. The music's good, animation, plot, the characters, voice acting. It's just in general a very good movie. If I were to rate it from 1 to 10, 1 being like bad, 5 being average, 10 being like holy moly, this movie's awesome, I'd rate this a solid 7. It's a very good movie. I would definitely suggest going to watch it. It's one of Pixar's better movies. That's for sure. Um so what so let's go to spoilers now.
Hey people, just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, and share this video on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Okay, so spoilers is this movie is basically about a man who dies and then he tries to get back to Earth. In the end, he does something wrong, but then corrects his mistake by sacrificing himself and almost dying. But then they kind of copped out. They're like, no, no, he's getting a second chance. It's cool, but it's kind of like, he probably should have died at the end there, but whatever, I guess. But all in all, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome. So the plot is this man, he wants to be a musician, but he just can't get his lucky break until he finally does, and then he dies. And then he is going to heaven, and when they're going to heaven, it looks very digital. It looks very digital, so I kind of feel like that's a reference to like I feel like that's the reference to like the world is just a simulation theory. That's a theory, by the way. Like some people think like, hey man, the world might just be a simulation, which is weird, interesting, and there's science behind it, so you should look that up if you never have. But yeah, the man, he dies and goes to this weird simulation sort of thing, the spirit realm. He gets out of it and he turns into a mentor that mentors future children, I guess. And these future children go to Earth and live and their lives and all that stuff. But he gets stuck with number 22, I think. So a spirit that has been there pretty much since the dawn of time, I assume, since it's number 22 and they're like on like the millionth spirit or something like that, or billionth spirit, I guess, at this point. So this spirit has pretty much been in there for from like the dawn of time, I assume, or the dawn of man, I assume. So very interesting. And the spirit basically tells him like, I'm not going to Earth, and he's like, fine, just find your thing so I can go to Earth. Eventually, they get to Earth through a means of like a spiritual thing with a hippies, pretty much with some hippies. They get to Earth, um, and then the spirit that never has been to Earth takes over his body, and he just kind of exists in the world and just gets well, she or he, I don't know, whatever you want to call it at this point, um, whatever I call them at this point, I should say. They just kind of get to exist and get to experience the world and all that it has. And they kind of just like at the end, they're like, you know what? I want to come to the world. I don't know what my purpose is, but I want to live. And then they go back, and the guy basically says, like, no, that was my experiences. That's why you want to live so much. So he takes the thing, he goes back to the earth, and then he realizes. So basically, there's two storylines here, by the way. Like, one is this spirit that has never came to earth learning that she or he wants to live. And the other one is this guy who has been on Earth forever, learning that maybe there is no such thing as a purpose, and maybe the purpose of life, I guess, even though there is no such thing as a purpose, I just said, but maybe like the reason is just to be alive and just to be happy. He kind of like slowly kind of realizes that he's like, I did what I wanted to do, and I'm still the same. I didn't get like this great gratification or anything. I thought this was my purpose, but I'm just me. So he kind of realizes like maybe life is just to be happy, Like that's your purpose in life. That should be everybody's purpose, is just to be happy. Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're happy doing it. Like he kind of realizes that at the end. It's pretty cool. And then he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this kid a chance to live life. So he goes. The kid turns into a lost spirit. That's a whole nother thing that happens in the movies. There's like lost spirits there. Most of them are people that are alive still, but they're just kind of stuck in a rut. Which I'm sure everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but I'm sure people can relate to that. I know I definitely can. I've been like that before. um, but yeah, he goes back and he sacrifices himself, and then at the end, one of the many angels, maybe, or guardian spirits, I don't know. What was their name again? John or something like that? I don't know. One of the many ones of them, they just like, hey, we're gonna give you a chance to live here. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, all in all, really good movie. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait till Pixar's next movie. Disney Pixar's next movie. And to be honest, I enjoyed it watching it at home a lot more than I would have enjoyed watching it in the theater. So I'm kind of hoping they'll put it at home in the next movie as well. Not that I'm saying theaters should disappear. I'm just saying you should give both options. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. Best way to keep my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look. Look over here, buddy. Look over here.